Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a new platform that's built around one single, really powerful idea, the Iron Hull. It's called the New Project, that's K-N-E-W, pronounced new, and it's making a bold claim that it's an unsinkable fortress in an ocean full of leaky platforms. So let's see what's supposed to make this hull so tough.
This quote from the CEO, Patrick Couchman, pretty much says it all, right? The whole idea isn't just to launch another system, another matrix out there. It's about engineering something that's fundamentally more secure. Something built from the ground up to actually protect its users.
So, what exactly is this fortress supposed to be defending against? Well, according to them, it's all about those classic human errors that just seem to plague online platforms. We're talking about things like commission leaks, where money just disappears due to rounding errors. Then there's straight up fraud. And of course, the big one, team instability, where leaders are constantly losing the very people they brought into the system.
Okay, so to really get how they're planning to solve all this, you first have to understand that the new project isn't just some standalone app. It's actually just one part of a much bigger, interconnected financial ecosystem.
So the first major connection is to a company called Lumora International. Think of them as the financial gateway. They handle all the nuts and bolts of bridging regular money with crypto, and they're the ones who provide members with virtual or physical payment cards. And then you've got the second piece of the puzzle, the LKP utility token. This is their own token, and it's designed to be woven through the entire system, really with one goal in mind, to add more value and more utility for everybody involved. All right. Now let's get to the core of it all. The new project's Iron Hull is built on what they call the 5 pillars of leadership confidence. These are the specific, concrete features that are engineered to stop those platform failures we talked about. So here they are, the 5 pillars that make up that Iron Hull. We're going to walk through each one, from the lifetime attachment rule all the way to the stealth route, and you'll see how each is designed to plug a very specific kind of leak. First up is a big one, team retention. The lifetime attachment rule is all about tackling that frustrating problem of losing the people you brought in. The system is apparently always scanning your network to make sure that anyone you sponsor is permanently tethered to you. Even if they get promoted past you, the moment you catch up, they automatically home in and snap right back into your structure. Next is Pillar 2, the atomic split. In its real power, it's just so simple. Every single transaction is hard-coded to be split this exact way. 60% goes to the sponsor, 30% to the owner of that team matrix, and 10% to the company. That's it. Because there are no variables, there's nowhere for rounding errors to hide, which is supposed to completely kill those commission leaks. 100%. Just that number. This is the key to their entire claim of being fraud-proof. It represents a simple but incredibly powerful rule at the very heart of their security. So, 100% of what exactly? Well, here it is. 100% of all funds are verified before they can even enter the system. This is Pillar 3, which they call the holding tank. By making sure every single dollar is backed by real, verified capital from the very beginning, the goal is to make it impossible for fraud to even get a foothold. Every commission that gets paid out is real. And this whole verification system even has a cool name, the Midnight Sentinel. You can basically think of it as the ultimate bouncer at the door. It's the automated system that stands guard 24/7, checking every cent coming in to make sure the platform's financial core is never, ever compromised. The fourth pillar, well, this one is all about rewarding leadership. The automated rotator takes any organic traffic, people who find the platform and sign up without a specific sponsor, and it automatically distributes them among the top 20 leaders. It's basically a built-in mechanism to make sure that the people driving the most growth are directly rewarded with, well, more growth. And that brings us to the final pillar, the stealth route. Now, this might just look like a random ID number, but this uniform format is actually a pretty clever bit of social engineering. It's all about protecting the integrity of a leader's team. And here's why it's so smart. Because every single ID, including the company's own top-level positions, follows the exact same format, there's no way to tell them apart. This makes it impossible for some new user to try and gain the system by bypassing their sponsor to sign up directly under the company. It forces the entire structure to grow organically and, well, fairly. So, when you put all these 5 pillars together, you start to see how this isn't just a list of features. It's all building towards a much bigger idea. They're meant to create an entirely new standard for how these kinds of platforms should operate. And that brings us right back to that vision from the CEO. See, the goal here isn't just to be another choice in a crowded market. The ambition is to introduce what they call an iron hole standard for integrity and security, something that other platforms will eventually be measured against. Which, of course, leaves us with a big question. By directly tackling team retention, commission leaks, and fraud with these 5 very specific pillars, does the new project really have what it takes to set a new, more resilient standard? I guess that's something only the market can decide.